What's up guys, my name is Ace, and today I wanted to talk about something that I meant to talk about last week, but haven't been able to fit it in the schedule, and this is some news with Black Ops 3 that I really feel strongly is going to apply to Black Ops 4, at least in some capacity. This is the ability to directly purchase cosmetic items in the black market. If you go into the black market right now in Black Ops 3, you can see a tab called New Specialist Outfits. When you click that, you can actually see a bunch of specialist outfits that you can buy for 300 COD points, and what that will actually do is give you a contract, and I believe this contract, as far as I'm aware, has no time limit on it, but you buy that contract for 300 COD points, which keep in mind, you can only get COD points with real money, and once you complete that contract, then the outfit is yours. I've also been hearing that if you want to skip over the contract, you can spend another 300 COD points, so 600 COD points to get that outfit immediately. But I can't confirm that because I think you have to buy the contract first, and I'm not going to be buying any of these contracts for a 3-year-old game. So that's pretty much the news part of it. Now I want to start sharing my thoughts on this, and immediately where my mind went when I saw this is they're testing something for Black Ops 4. They're playing around with ideas potentially, and they want to see what kind of a system they're going to be implementing in Black Ops 4, and this may be with no supply drops. I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on anything here, but it is part of the topic I wanted to talk about today, is the fact that we may not see supply drops in Black Ops 4, partially because Belgium last year banned loot boxes, Hawaii I believe has also banned loot boxes, and there's a bunch of other countries and possibly states that are going to be following suit with this. So it seems like it could be possible that Activision and Treyarch are trying to get a head start on this by eliminating loot boxes right out of the gate with Black Ops 4. Now, of course, I still wouldn't be surprised at all if they do have supply drops and loot boxes. I mean, every year it always just seems like the obvious thing. Of course, there's going to be loot boxes in COD. However, I now have that little sliver of hope that there won't be, but then that also raises a bunch of other questions like what's going to replace that if they don't have loot boxes. Now, this system we saw them playing around with in Black Ops 3 with these new outfits, personally for cosmetic items, I actually prefer this system over supply drops. The thing I like about this system is you actually see where your money's going. You can have a look at the outfit and you can decide for yourself if you want that outfit or not. If it's something that really appeals to you and you really want it, it's just a couple bucks and then it's yours. You don't have to try and gamble with supply drops, like buying a bunch of COD points in order to get supply drops so that you can gamble and try and get that outfit that you want. Or you don't have to spend weeks and weeks and weeks of playtime saving up crypto keys to get your supply drops to maybe get lucky and get one of those outfits. You see something you want, and you get it. It's as simple as that. Now, of course, this system isn't perfect either, and honestly, of course, I would prefer if every cosmetic item or every item in the game was completely free and earnable through game time, but I don't think that's really realistic anymore in this day and age, especially for Call of Duty. Call of Duty's that cash cow, and Activision's going to continue to milk it. I just want to see them improve their systems so that we as customers don't feel like we're getting screwed over. And in my opinion, this could be a good start depending on how they handle post-launch weapons. That's the key here. I really wouldn't want to see them do this sort of thing with weapons, where you have to spend COD points in order to get a contract in order to get a weapon. That would be the final straw for a lot of people. They simply can't do that, and I don't think they would take things that far because that would be bordering on pay to win at that point, because you would have to spend money in order to get something that actually affects your gameplay. But perhaps they could even do something where when a new DLC weapon drops, you have the option to complete a contract that might even take you a couple gaming sessions, something you have to grind for a little bit, but you can directly earn that weapon if you want to, or if you want it right now, you could spend some COD points to bypass that contract. That's a system I could get on board with as well. It's basically you're paying for early access, but everybody that wants that is going to get it eventually. For me as a YouTuber, I would probably even buy into that system very often because, I mean, I'm going to get my money back from the videos because it's a business decision, and I want that gun as early as possible so that I can show it off to you guys. But for the average player, or for players that don't really have too much money that they want to invest in the game, it doesn't really alienate them a whole lot. It's just for a couple days or whatever, you're not going to have access to that gun. I think that would be an excellent system, and it would still be generating a lot of revenue for Activision. There's plenty of people that would get on board with just spending money to get that early access, to get that instant access to a new weapon, and at the same time, it doesn't really alienate the other players out there. Same thing goes with the outfits, and for many of the outfits, I'm totally fine with having it so that the only way to get those outfits is if you spend real money on COD points, because first off, it's cosmetic, so it's not necessary, doesn't affect your gameplay at all, and you know exactly what you're getting with your money. This is something that I've been praising Fortnite for a while. Now, I play Fortnite on the side. I don't really have any interest in making content on Fortnite. I don't stream it very often, and I never make videos on it because I don't want to, but I play it quite a bit, and I've invested some money in skins. The reason behind that is they're actually bringing out skins where I'm just like, yes, I really want that. I must have that. Developers, take my money. I think that's really cool, and I am absolutely willing to spend this money on that item. Not everybody's going to be buying skins or dances or emotes or whatever they might be, but a bunch of people do, and Fortnite is raking in tons of cash, even as a free-to-play game. And that's where there's also some contrast here. If they bring a system like this into Black Ops 4, they are going to be criticized because Fortnite's doing this system, but it's also a free-to-play game, whereas Black Ops 4 is a AAA title, and then also they might be bringing something like this on top of this. And I feel this is one of the reasons why Black Ops 4 would have to have their outfits and everything at a lower price than Fortnite, also due to the fact that you're a first-person shooter in Call of Duty, not a third-person shooter, so you can't even really see your skin most of the time. But I think the prices, for instance, that we saw in Black Ops 3 for those outfits, 300 COD points to unlock a contract to get those outfits, I think that's a reasonable price that a lot of people would be willing to spend money on, especially in a newer game, maybe not so much in its current state in Black Ops 3, because, I mean, that game's 3 years old, and by the time Black Ops 4 comes out, I think most of the people that are still sticking around playing Black Ops 3 will end up transitioning into Black Ops 4 at some point. But with a brand new game, if you're coming out with cosmetics like outfits or camos, which are more important for a first-person shooter, that inspire that feeling of, oh my god, I must have that, like that's totally me and I want to express myself, and that's something that I must have, I think that would be a great replacement for the supply drop system, and I would be willing to spend money here and there when there is a cosmetic item that just appeals to me. With supply drops, I refuse to support that system. I don't spend a penny on COD points because I can't stand that system. I don't know where that money's going. I don't know what I'm getting out of that directly. So personally, I would love to see them transition into this style of a system as long as they handle the weapons in a different way and they make weapons available through playtime in some capacity. And with that, I'm going to pass the question off to you guys. What do you guys think about having a system like this potentially replacing supply drops in Black Ops 4? Would you be willing to support this system? Would you buy some cosmetic items if it really appealed to you in Black Ops 4 if you knew exactly what you were getting out of your money and it was only costing a few bucks here and there rather than like $20 per skin? Also, do you think this could be the year where Call of Duty moves away from loot boxes, or do you think we will be seeing the supply drop system return, potentially even on top of this system where you can directly purchase some of the cosmetics? Let me know those thoughts down below. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.